A machine. When it runs continuously, at full speed, and making only perfect parts, we say that machine is running at 100% overall equipment effectiveness. OEE. Sigma Venturi has just launched their latest app, OEE Calculator, giving you the opportunity to better understand your manufacturing process, help you spot losses, reduce waste, and unlock hidden efficiencies. And in this tutorial, we will explore the app's key features and run through a practical example from beginning to end so you can take full advantage of this tool. Let's start by downloading and launching the app. Then open the Preferences menu located on the top right side of the screen. Select the option labeled OEE Wikipedia, which will open your web browser and take you to the OEE definition. In here, you can read up on OEE, its meaning and uses. Now scroll down to the section called Calculation of OEE. Here we find the example we will use to build our first OEE model. I'll display this Wikipedia sample problem and the OEE calculator side by side to illustrate the next steps. We access the Data Input menu by selecting the icon located on the top left of the screen. Then select Data Input and Project Name and Units. Enter a project name and identification number, then select the units we want to use in this project. We can scroll to several types of unit systems, and we will select one which best matches the characteristics of our manufacturing process and finished product. In our case, we will stick to the general term units, per the Wikipedia example. Finally, enter a project description and return to the previous menu by swiping back or by selecting the back chevron icon located on the top left of the screen. We then select Shift Duration and Downtime. Here we enter the length of the production period we want to analyze. In our case, it's 480 minutes. Then we can add entries to describe during how much of that time the process is inactive due to planned downtime, 82 minutes, and unplanned downtime, which in our case is 30 minutes, as a consequence of breakdowns and related bottlenecks. Swipe back to return to the previous menu and continue entering process data by selecting Line Speed. Here we first enter the speed at which our process should run when at maximum capacity, also referred to as nominal capacity, design capacity, or the capacity our process is rated to, 100 units per minute. Then we enter the actual speed our machine is currently running at, 98 units per minute. Swipe back and let's pick production quantity and rejects from the list. Here we will enter the quantity of good products we have been able to produce, 32,000 units. In addition, we should create line items to describe product we scrap due to quality defects or, for example, product being out of specification during production changes. Using the data from our example, we will enter 1,255 units scrapped due to in-process rejects. And that's it! We have entered all the data required to calculate the OEE of our process. Hit back twice to arrive to the launch screen and select OEE Analysis from the top left menu. Let's confirm that we have entered all the process inputs correctly by checking the OEE results. Availability, 77%, performance, 90%, and quality, 96%, for a total OEE of 67%. Notice that on the upper part of each ring, we can read the maximum potential each one of the OEE components can achieve. Performance, for example, it accounts for the difference in speed at which we are running the process in comparison to its maximum rated speed. At 100%, the maximum units per shift that could be produced are 76.7 units per minute, instead of the 100 units per minute the machine is rated to. This is due to some capacity being previously subtracted at the availability calculation stage. This cumulative effect can be visualized in the OEE ring chart also. By swiping right, we are presented with 4 waterfall charts to help us explore where we lose production capacity as well as the impact on OEE. It's the perfect place to start analyzing losses and kick off process improvement plans. We did it! We have reached the end of this tutorial. Please visit the Sigma Venturi webpage, download our apps, leave a review, some likes and stars, and drop us an email if you have any questions. We are here to help. Also, make sure you are running the latest version of our software. We update it and add new features all the time. Thank you, and see you soon.